Happy New Year, everybody, in 2025, which means it is now the January transfer window. Some transfers have already been going through, and in today's episode, we have an FA Cup third round home tie against Championship Fulham. Hello and welcome back to Unemployed to Legend, episode 5, Club 2 here at Wycombe Wanderers. My name is Craig and coming up in today's episode, as mentioned, we have that home third round FA Cup tie against Championship Fulham and home against Leyton Orient in League 1. If you go on to enjoy this episode, make sure you hit the like button down below and hit the big red subscribe button. It is free to do and it does help the channel out as we try and still figure out the algorithm mess that is YouTube on a daily basis. But since you were last with me, I think it's been about a month since the last episode. It was only on Friday as well. We've played about half a dozen games, kept up our good form. We got back to some good form actually. 4 wins in the last 6, including the 0-0 draw away at Sunderland, which is pretty decent. Ignore the fact it says 4-4-2. I don't know why it says that, because I used the standard 4-2-4. So no idea what that is about. But all those results mean that we are now over halfway through the season. We sit third in the league with a game in hand on Plymouth above us and 2 games in hand actually on Crewe. And Crewe must have played at some point in midweek. They are trying to steam ahead of the pack. It is still very tight around us. Let's have a look. 3 points separating second through 6th. So hopefully we'll win our 1 or 2 games in hand and start to move away from the pack ourselves. But for the first half of this episode, we will be focusing on the FA Cup. It is at home, which means we won't be getting as much money from gate receipts as if we were playing away at like a top Premier League side. But thankfully, over the last month, we have started to get back into the black in terms of overall balance. Over 100 grand in the bank, and that's because we've been sending a few players this month, as well as bringing in a couple of players as well. So if we just go through that, as I mentioned here, Conor Malley is a 24-year-old central midfielder that we are trying to bring into the club, because we did sell on one midfielder. I'm trying to bring him in from Middlesbrough for £130,000. So let's go through this. I think you can see this behind my head. Yep, just about. First up, out the door is Darryl Horgan to Austin FC, 32-year-old winger. He just wasn't playing, and when he did, I just wasn't that impressed with him. 1 assist in 7 appearances this season. He spent like the first half of the season injured anyway. But Austin FC came in for him. He was going to be unsettled if we didn't let him speak to them, so we negotiated £350,000 for him. Not too bad for a League One club. But yeah, he looks decent, but at 32 years old, to get £350,000 for him, I think is good business overall. So we will be fine. I think he'll go and have a nice time in Austin, Texas. The second player to leave for £100,000, Adam Randall, a 24-year-old English central midfielder. £100,000 to Doncaster, so he'll still be in League 1. But yeah, he played for us and he looked okay. But yeah, I just wasn't convinced by him either. About the same as Darryl Horgan. 100,000 I negotiated for him when Doncaster originally came in for about 50,000, something like that. But so to double the price, I was very, very happy with. This means though that we have done some business bringing players in. Of course, we've seen Charlie Malley. Is that his name? Conor Malley. I'm forgetting his name already, and I'm trying to bring him in. But we've already confirmed one player, Dapo Mabuda, 23-year-old Nigerian winger / striker. Judging by his physicals, you can kind of see why I brought him in. He may only be 2-star countability, 3.5-star potential, but I think he'll do the business for us in League 1 at least. We brought him in for £80,000. That's a flat fee, I think, as well. Yeah, £80,000 flat fee. He's played in League 1 before for Wimbledon. He's also played in Scotland. Played for Rangers once in the Scottish Premiership. That will do. That will absolutely do. But his physicals is pretty much why we brought him in. He also is basically a replacement for Darryl Horgan and an extra man that we can use up front, because Ricky J. Jones is still out injured and Mark Scully and Sam Smith and Lewis Fiorini are starting to get a little bit tired up front. So It's just an extra pair of legs that hopefully we'll use up front. Why is that? What is that symbol? What is this symbol? There's an exclamation mark up here next to Scully. Oh, I don't like that. Needs a vest. Is that what that means? Oh heavens! Right. Okay. We'll swap him out for Sam Smith. All players in advance forward anyway. Okay. So this is going to be the 11 that we're going to be sending out. Patterson, just noticing Patterson is actually back from injury, but he's still gaining match sharpness, which is why Prebeck is still in goal. Prebeck will start in goal. Bueno, Critchlow, Wheeler and McCarthy. In fact, Stewart can come back in. Wheeler can have a game break. Stewart, McCarthy as the back four. Heaps and Hutchings in central midfield with Obita and Adebayo on the wings. Obita thankfully back from his 3-week holiday. Fiorini and Smith up front. Jones, he's behind my head, yeah, just about. He's going to be back in about 3 days, so we may or may not see him against Leyton Orient. Fleming is also out 6 days. He's still got out that same injury. What was that? A torn thigh muscle, I think. So he should be back very, very soon. Mark Scully, we are going to rest. And Daniel Adshead is actually back from injury as well as Patterson, but they're both not starting. Patterson, he still needs some match fitness before I'm even going to think about bringing him back. Okie doke then, it is the 3rd round of the FA Cup. This is our joint furthest that we have actually got in this save so far. Of course, we reached the 3rd round before when we were at Curzon Ashton. We had that beautiful away day to Manchester City. I mean, we did lose that game, but you're going to expect Curzon Ashton to beat Manchester City? We got a massive payday out of that, and that's what set up Curzon Ashton for their financial windfall that I think they're still enjoying to this day. As Adebayo is in, puts the ball in the back of the net. Beautiful assist by Anthony Stewart, and that is a goal that does stand. I'm literally always scared whenever we score that the referee is just going to blow for offside. It's been happening so often these days. Absolutely hate it, but Adebayo times his run perfectly and gives us a 13th minute lead against Fulham. In fact, they're going to be showing the lines here. Oh, just about. That was timed to absolute perfection. It is something that Mark Scully is still struggling with when he tries to break the lines and get past the last defender. He still goes offside so often. Sam Smith, on and off. He's kind of usually staying onside, but that's because he's playing as like a deep line forward or a target forward, so he's always so deep. Of course, Fulham, I didn't actually show. Fulham, I think, are flying high in the Championship. They are around the playoffs, and that's well cut up by McCarthy there. One of our better players, thankfully, this season. Hopefully, he'll continue to show that in today's episode. But Fulham are just going to be all over us. And you would kind of expect it, wouldn't you? They are a team who are going to do... Yeah, there you go. They are a team who are going to do very well against a side of our calibre. It is interesting, though, that because we're obviously in a promotion battle at the moment, it'd be interesting to see how we will match up against a Championship team. I mean, if we get blown out of the park, then it means we're not ready for promotion yet. But if we sort of hold our own like we have in the opening half an hour, despite that goal, then there's hope for if we do get promoted. Because obviously now that we're going into the second half of the season, I would like us to keep up that promotion push and at least secure the playoffs. The boards, again, are only asking for top half. I'm looking for that little bit more. Half-time, 1-1. Fulham ahead on XG just about, but it's been a game of relatively few chances, if you will. They weren't that bad. So let's just pump the fists. Just motivate the players a little bit. Go out there and let's see if we can grab a winner. You never know. It's the FA Cup. It's always the magic of the cup, as they say. The FA Cup isn't our biggest priority this season. We've already achieved the minimum, which was the 3rd round, as we are approaching substitute o'clock. In fact, it is time for a few substitutes. Fiorini is shattered. In fact, Fiorini's got an injury. Lower leg. Yikes. Right. Get off. Mark Scully is going to come on, even though he needs a rest. But he's had 70 minutes off. He'll be okay. Let's have a look. There's Swanson. I mean, Bueno's not having a good game, is he? So he's going to come off. And we'll save the final substitution for a little bit. I never usually like to make that final substitution before the 80th minute. So that's what we're going to be doing in just a short moment. I think it does go to a replay if it is a draw. Cooper is going to come on and Obita is going to go off. I mean, Cooper's been good for a couple of goals. He scored twice in his last 3 games. Actually, he didn't play against Sunderland in the last game, so he has scored in his last 2 outings. I don't think he's going to do so here. And I think it is going to go to a replay. Yeah, okay. A very short match. I don't think there was a single highlight in that first half. You were unlucky today. Yeah, I mean, a 1-1 draw, that does mean we're going to go back to their place and hopefully a lot more people will show up and we can get ourselves some good money. When is that game going to be? Ah, right, it's not until later in January. I got another midweek game. Good grief. Give me a week off between games, please. That's what we had after the Sunderland game. I'm not going to play that Fulham game on camera, that replay. If we get through to the 4th round, we see who we face and we'll see if we bring it back for then. But for now, we are going to go ahead to Leyton Orient, and here's hoping we can get back to winning ways in the league. Okay, welcome to what is going to be a very makeshift starting 11 for this next game because 3 of my players have been forced to go on holiday for the next 3 weeks. Those 3 players, let's have a look. McCarthy, not great. Bueno, not great. Mark Scully, not great. That's 3 of our starting 11 already. Critchlow is also on holiday, but I actually did send him on holiday. So it looks like if I don't send him on holiday, and I never knew this, if I don't send him on holiday, they're forced to go on holiday for 3 weeks. Not good. It is not good at all. Luckily, where is he? Critchlow will be back in 5 days. Curtis Thompson, I didn't actually mention he's on holiday as well. He'll be back in 7 days. And who else? Fleming is also coming back from injury in the next 3 days. But we've got a number of players who are still doing fitness tests. Maboud, who apparently had a groin strain just before he joined us. Fiorini, who got that, I think, a groin strain as well in the last game. And Adshead is still on a fitness test as well. But today it looks like we're going to be giving debuts to Maboud, who will play up front as an advanced forward. I'm just hoping that pace will help him out. I'm really hoping that pace will help him out. Adshead, oh wait, no, he's not the new signing, sorry. Malley is also starting as well. He'll be a ball-winning midfielder today because Hutchings is tired. Also, Thompson is still on holiday. In fact, where is Hutchins? Is he on the bench? Yeah, he's on the bench. That's fine. So is Adebayo, so is Sam Smith. Ricky J. Jones is also back on the bench as well. Thank goodness. But he can only play a maximum of 45 minutes today if he does come on at all. But if he doesn't, then to be honest, we'll save him for the weekend game. But this is as makeshift as it gets. Patterson is now back in goal. I've decided he needs more match fitness, so we'll just put him in today. Obita, Casey, Wheeler and Swanson as the back 4. That's wow. That's heavy rotation. Adshead, Malley in midfield. Cooper, Wheeler, David Wheeler, that is, or rather just David Wheeler on the wing. Fiorini and Maboud up front. David Wheeler, I didn't think he was going to be playing for me again because he does want to leave the club. I haven't given him enough game time. He is an influential player, so he's asked to leave. So he is transfer listed. It's just a case of getting some offers in, to be honest. We owe Leyton Orient after what happened. Yes, we do. Maboud is looking inspired. That's quite positive. But what what a mixture of an 11. I didn't expect to be doing this much rotation. Hopefully this will help us out later in the season with players getting match fitness and just getting a bit of a break as well. As Fiorini is through, he does score. That's only his 3rd of the season. I don't know what it is. I actually earmarked Fiorini as a bit of a playmaker in midfield or attacking midfield when we brought him in the summer. But he's doing pretty well up front. I'll give him his due. Sorry, I don't know why the game is lagging as well. I'm just noticing even on my screen here that I'm looking at, it's lagging a little bit, so I don't know why that is the case. But it gives us a 2-minute lead, and well, score many more goals like that. We've got ourselves another good striker. Manley trying to win the ball back there. He does well, but there's no one around him to try and pick it up at all. As Leighton Orient are coming down the right-hand side here. Oh my god, how did he score that? He just literally swiveled on the spot and just put the ball in the back of the net, in the corner. I mean, I can't blame Patterson for this. That was a very good finish. Let's just have a look at this again. Literally, he swivels. That's a very lucky goal. Okay, I don't know what to say to that. I haven't seen that at a League One level ever. Thankfully, that went over. We've seen that plenty of times at any level of the English game, or any level of the game in football, where free kick outside the area, you know exactly what's going to happen. It's either going to go on target and in, or it's going to go blazing over. It's one of the two, as we try and build an attack here. Our back four literally trying to figure out what everyone else is going to do. And there is Cooper, just hits the post. The back four all trying to figure out what they're supposed to do. They haven't played with each other at all. We've tried to keep as settled of a back four as possible. At least try and keep three of them, well, 2 or 3 of them together from the previous game as much as possible. As Fiorini, he's not going to get that ball. I mean, he's only 5'7". He's not. Is he 5'7"? I think he is. 5'7". He's not really someone who's going to win the ball in the air. So actually, you know what? We might actually just do this. Just roll it out. Just roll it out and just use our other players. Yeah, that's 2-1. Paul Smythe is having a good game. Just going to have to try and play it out from the back because Fiorini's not going to win the ball up front. He's only, what, 5'7", 5'8", something like that. He's not Sam Smith, who is tired. That's why he's not playing. And that's why a lot of our other regulars are not playing at the moment, because they're tired. Yes, we're going to confirm the tactical changes. That was a very good start that we had. Oh my goodness. Not much happened in the last game, but it's all happening in this one. It's 15 minutes in. We've had a bunch of highlights already. Wheeler. There is Maboud. Where's his acceleration? There it is. Wheeler. Not exactly been impressive. Swanson. Malley. Oh, we did so well to get forward, but Maboud, I just unfortunately couldn't get his pace fully underway. Swanson. Oh, nice work there. Swanson down the right-hand side. If he can find someone in the middle. Wheeler. Put the ball in, lads. There's Maboud. Oh, just over by Ad's head. It's not someone who normally shoots. Alright, corner. Who takes this? Obita. Obita's playing at left back, which is kind of a waste for him. In all fairness, he's normally someone who's inside winger. Of course, he can't be today, because we have no other left backs. As we're trying to encourage the boys here. I mean, all these injuries, the tiredness, it's just kind of derailing our season a little bit. And that's with me doing actual rotation, as Cooper just gets absolutely taken up there. Ref, would you like to blow the whistle there? I feel like he just got very hard done by on that one. As Leighton Orient just looked very comfortable in possession. Again, when you're doing rotation on this scale, there's not really much else you can actually do. I just wish our players would actually put in a tackle. I'm very calm right now. There's nothing else I can actually do. If the players don't put in tackles, there's not really much as a manager that I can do. Except yell at them at half time. But we are getting absolutely... I can't even do a shout. Why? Well, because it's still firing them up on the feedback. The feedback's still firing them up. Okay, game. Can you allow me to make a shout? Thank you very much. Good God. Just allow me to make some form of change, please. Okay, we get a free kick just before half-time. Wheeler. Can someone just come in and make an offer for Wheeler, please? This man is not impressive. He says he's a regular starter. He's awful. I might actually have to go to a 4-3-3. But the thing is, who am I going to put in midfield? Or defensive midfield? I don't have anyone. Oh God, that's just wide as well. We don't have anyone, and it looks like at the moment Leighton Orient are going to be doing the league double over us, because they did beat us at their ground as well. Beat us off set pieces that day. Show a bit of desire, yeah. Just show something, lads. Right, 1 hour gone. We're going to have to make some changes somewhere. Oliver Casey's injured. For goodness sake, guys. Oh, God. Right, Mali is going to go as the central midfielder, and Hutchins is going to come on in midfield. Stewart's going to come on for Casey in defence. I would play Mazzala, but I feel that's a bit risky at the moment. Mali can apparently play as a central midfielder anyway. It's just hoping Hutchins can make a little bit of difference for us in midfield. But these players are so tired. I can't recall any players either. There's Maboud. Oh, Maboud! Oh, he's got the pace and the touch. Oh, hello, debut goal. That's a silver lining. Nice pass here by Swanson, by the way. He hasn't got much credit because McCarthy obviously playing in the same position as him, but he can do that with a ball every now and then. I just wish Swanson... Swish? I just wish Swanson was a little bit more consistent. That's just all I want from him. Obita's now... Oh my god. Oh god. Obita's now injured. Corey O'Keefe is going to have to come on at left back. Just dropping like flies. There's nothing else I can do. I can only laugh at how bad this situation is. We've got a little bit of money. I might just have to dip into the transfer market again. Cooper! It's just so close. He has done that a few times for us this season. And he has done everything he can to just try and drag us back into games when necessary. Swanson with the throw-in. Maboud. He's looked very quiet in the first half, but in this second half he's looking very menacing. Hutchings into Wheeler. Mali. Fiorini, who did get injured in that last game. Cooper, he's seriously trying. I'll give Cooper this. Oh, he's actually trying for us right now. Right. I don't know really what else we can actually do. Just try and put the pressure on their back line, really. Distribute quickly. In possession. Just go a bit more direct. We'll just go slightly shorter. Our tempo is... I just prefer to keep it where it is at the moment. And I don't think we're going to get another chance unless there's anything more. Anything? Nope. Because the game doesn't give you anything when you're chasing the game. Yeah, the game gives you nothing when you're chasing the game. Too many games in that sentence. It is another loss though to Leyton Orient. We created a lot of chances. It's just a case of not putting them in the back of the net. And that's disappointing, but considering the amount of changes that we actually had to make, we were forced to make those changes, there was nothing else we could really do. Injury worries for Leyton Orient, yeah? Welcome to the club. Oh god, 5 to 6 days, 1 to 3 days. He'll be back for the next game. Casey's going to be out for the next game. What's his problem? Twisted knee, bruised knee. Maboud scoring on his debut though makes me smile. That does make me smile, so thank you so much. It could be a very, very promising signing for us, I hope. Where does that actually leave us in the league? I didn't look at it properly. We're down to 5th in the league. 19 games to go. We've still got a game in hand. It's still going to be very tight up near the top anyway. I've just noticed the average ratings. McCarthy, Obita and Jones are our top 3 players. Obita has the most assists with 11. Can you see that behind my head? Yeah, you can. It just says how much we're going to miss McCarthy at right back, but Swanson will hopefully get a run in the team. Let's just wait and see how he does. Right, we will be back, and I hope we'll be in much better shape player-wise somewhere in February. Probably looking around the second half of February. We'll just see where we are in the league. In fact, that Plymouth game. 2nd in the league. Crew, I would say we'll come back for Crew, but that's just too soon. I'm not going to do that. We might be back for Plymouth in roughly a month, depending on where we are in the league. We need all these players back from injury, from rest, from holiday. It's just an absolutely sorry sight. Let's just have a look at the info here. Oh my gosh. 5 on holiday, 3 injured, 4 on fitness tests. That is a sorry, sorry sight. If you have enjoyed this episode, make sure you hit the like button down below and smash the big red subscribe button so you don't miss a single upload of Unemployed to Legends coming up over the next days and few weeks. I thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video.